Oh, thank you. I got something from Metagoras. Yes, Metagoras. I'm going to update the wall pretty soon. I was going to do it today and I couldn't find on the list all the donations and stuff. I just couldn't find it. But I'm on it. I'm on it. Thank you so much. Kicking it off with some support for the lovely animals. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah. Rafael Coulon. Eternal Bliss. Christy in Arizona. Melissa F. Chompy Toil and Halloween. Hi everyone. And Lucas. So many messages coming through on my phone. Sorry guys, it's just I just switched it on now. So all the messages are popping in. And I didn't think that was going to happen because my internet was off for a day or two. I had to, there's something wrong with the banking app. I can't buy the airtime like I used to. So I went into the mall and go and do it at the shop. And then the next day they phone me and they say, hey, you forgot to pay. And I said, no, I didn't. And they said, yeah, you did. And I said, no, I didn't. Here is the, okay, send me a photo. And I sent them a photo of the PayPoint thing and slip. And, oh no, sorry, then it's our fault. After battling for so long to get it working. And the problem is it doesn't give you an idea what's wrong. It tells you you are on limited whatever. And you think, well, maybe there's a signal problem or something, but it's nothing. It's something. Pokey down there. I just want to get some carrots quickly for the other ones. For the guineas. Where's this thing now? There's Pokey over there. But I throw this into those bushes over there. Pokey's beautiful. He loves this place now. Took him 4 years to go into that area, guys. 4 years. There was no way he was going to just go in there. He didn't trust it at all. Because of the tigers, of course. So that tells you how cautious these peacocks are before they enter an area. There comes one of the guinea pigs now. He heard the carrots falling. They will come out there. They are still eating away on this. On that side you can see how much vegetation there is. On this side much less. So it's just for the fires that I control it. I have to. I've got no choice. If I'm not going to control it and there's a fire coming, you've got no chance. So I have to keep this as short as I can. There's the other one as well. So, because if that sets light to the trees over here and over here, that could be a catastrophe. So I can't take a chance with that. I was thinking about putting some bunnies on here as well, but bunnies become many bunnies and they will control this whole field. They will just, it will never be necessary to ever mow it again. But when you find out one morning there's now 2,000 bunnies and there's nothing to eat, where are you gonna go get food for them? That is the problem. So then you have to pay hard cash. That will be a very difficult time. So yeah, we can control it if we had a like a budget. and you do it for the town council or whatever, but you can't do it just on your own out of nothing. Trust me, never put yourself in that position. I must tell that to myself. The boys are over there. Hey boys! Jungle gym, almost finished with it. We'll finish it pretty soon. Trees are all green. Trees are throwing their shade. Look at all that shade. The tigers need shade, guys. If you see someone keeping tigers in the open field, tell them they need to plant trees immediately, and big trees, because tigers cannot live in the sun. They are jungle creatures. They are not supposed to be in the open sun. And I've seen how their noses and their feet and stuff gets burnt in the sun. They just can't take it. They're not built for that. Odessa! Here we've got some cream. Hi! Oh, come on, you guys. Give me some room to walk. Jane and Gift is here today. They helped me to clean the place up, so the house is nice and clean. Just putting everything together again. But guys, I fell so far behind. I'm trying to catch up with all the maintenance that needs to be done, but it is not easy. It's just, if you're a month without being able to do the stuff that needs to be done, you'll never catch up again. You will not make it. Because you have to handle things as it happens. If you don't handle it as it happens, it gets placed onto a list. Okay, come on. Please, 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 please. No! Jack, don't. You can make a noise. Just want to switch the swimming pool off. Been running the swimming pool the whole day. I need to clean the filter. This is one of those filtration systems where you don't backwash. Everything gets caught in the filter, and once a year you open it up and you clean it out. So that needs to be done now. So we will be doing that pretty soon. You know, it's things like that. That's what I'm talking about. And if you're stuck preparing food all the time for the animals, you don't get a chance to do that stuff. And guys, if that pool if the filtration system is not working and the pool goes dirty, then it's over. You will sit 2 years with that dirty pool before you get a chance to take out the water, put new water in, clean the filtration system, and do it all. It's unfortunately one of those things. Now that's what's happened in this country. Everybody is sitting at home, nothing to do. Nobody's got jobs. Nobody is putting an effort into getting money into the hands of the people and exchanging it between one another. They do get grants and things, but that money goes straight into the next big shopping center and it's gone. We never see it again. There's no more exchanging money between people's hands. There's probably a little, but not enough. Be careful of that. That is a country killer. And again, like I said, South Africa is a much smaller country than the US or any of those other countries that's doing reasonably okay still. But guys, look at South Africa and learn out of the mistakes that gets made here, so that you don't need to have that. We're lucky that we have weather where you can live outside under a tree. In many countries you cannot do that, and if you have to, you will freeze to death and stuff like that. That's something you don't want to have. But yeah, you learn out of these things. Unfortunately, once you know how to do it, you're old and you die. Zach, what are you doing? What you've got there? Were you stuck? Zach was stuck in the tiger cage. Were you stuck? Oh, Zach. Okay, alright, let's see. I just quickly have to pay them here, so I just want to give them. This is what our 200 rands look like. I don't know if you guys have seen it. This is the highest note that we have. It's a 200 rand note. So got a nice leopard on there. We've got very beautiful money. It's worth putting it on your wall for a display. It's cheaper than you think. So yeah, this is like, well, let's say 10 to $12, I guess. So one of them, yeah. But yeah, we've got nice money. Let me just, can you just sort out there with him? I don't have change now. Okay. All right, Jane.
All right.
Thank you. Have you got a remote? Must I open for you? Okay. Let me just give me a second, guys. I just want to find my remote. No, I don't have it with me. Gift, can you borrow one quickly there?
What's that?
Can you borrow the remote? I don't have mine with me now. Oh, okay. Let me see. No, I don't have mine with me now. Sorry. Enzo, are you guys ready to eat? We're going to feed you guys now. Yeah. Everybody's here waiting for crazy time. That's when the tigers eat. Dainty looking for trouble again. Do you need a license to have one as a pet? Or anyone can own them, only even see them at the zoo? We don't need a permit to keep them. We do need a permit to transfer them from, how can I put it? From province to province. Alright, see you tomorrow. From province to province, if you cross the province lines, you have to have a permit. Now, that's more about making money than giving permission. It's like when hunters go and hunt deer, or like we call it buck here in South Africa. When they bring it from that province to this province, they pay a fee. So that's mostly what it's about. For these animals as well. But if tigers are in this province already, then you don't need a license to keep them. You can just keep them. You cannot transport them to a different facility in a different province. Now, there's a lot of rumors about it that you can't transport them at all, and that is not true. You can transport them. It's like the monkeys as well. Because guys, you have to draw that line somewhere, and all the exotic animals in the country, it means it's animals that does not live in the wild in this country. So those animals will fall in that category. So the monkeys gets transported from their homes to the monkey school every day. And just based on that, it blows that whole thing out of the water. You can't discriminate against the tiger just because he's now a tiger. Oh, this is heavy. I'm going to do my best. It's a lot. So, yeah, the tigers can stay, and as far as I am concerned, or my knowledge goes, you can transport them in the area. You're just not allowed to transport them across country, for instance. So, whew, this thing is heavy. Yeah, Enzo, I'm doing what I can. Believe me, this is a good 20 kilograms. On one hand, believe me guys, my arm is just about to, I don't know what it's going to do. Let's hope I make it. Okay, here comes the first one, a big one. Whoa, you dropped it, Enzo. Diego. Benny, shush. There you go, Diego. I'm going to share it as nicely as I can. So yeah, we can keep them. You can keep a polar bear here in the province of Gauteng. The thing is, you're not allowed to keep a dove, a rat, a lion, a cheetah, or any other South African animal. But basically, what is a dog? A dog is an animal that is not occurring naturally in the wild of South Africa. So you're allowed to keep them. But guys, a lot of stuff changed. There used to be a time when we had to have dog licenses. If you had a dog, you needed to take out a license every year for it, like the licenses for a car, which is a annually thing. And yeah, you had to go and take out your license, and that's how they controlled it. That was bringing money in so they could offer a good service for if any animal is running around the streets. There was people receiving a salary every month to catch those animals and to take care of it. So that funded all of those things. But then there was a lot of changes made here in South Africa, and that got thrown out. So the facilities only go on donations, and everybody thinks that places are receiving a lot of donations. That's a big mistake people are making. I think a lot of people has got a misperception about that. They always think that everybody's going to give them $1. Guys, they don't. And that's a big problem. In South Africa, you have to understand that the people don't give money out. They don't just do it. Unless they're getting some advertising space or something for it on the radio, you will find that happens. or on TV, they will give donations because they're going to be mentioned. So they're basically just getting their fair, let's say, advertising space for the money that they give. But you won't find someone who just gives money and don't expect anything back. It's very seldom that you will find something. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I gave a lot. I remember, guys, let me tell you this story. So when I was still doing business, I was selling this synthetic lawn, and I was trying to make a difference in the country. I was stupid. I was so freaking stupid. And I thought, well, I'm going to make a difference. I'm going to sell this lawn, and from every town that somebody buys this synthetic lawn, I'm going to give 10% of the money that they spend to an animal organization in their town. And guys, I gave away a lot of money, a lot, to all kinds of facilities, until one of those facilities, well, basically told me that they don't believe that I give enough, and that now has become a deal, and they want me to get audited because they think I should give them more. I told them, listen, this is money that I give because I want to give, and I want to give as much as possible because people need it. And they said, no, you just want to put our name on your donations and tell people and use our name to get money. And I said, no, I'm selling. I'm doing a capitalistic sale of this synthetic lawn and taking 10% of it and giving it to the organization in their town. Guys, they were fighting with me for so long about that. Eventually I pulled out of that because I saw that they're clearly not used to something like that happening. And we stopped it. We paid all the money to them, showed them proof of all the purchased product and the 10% that was paid to every organization, and I was out of it. And that's where I realized that this country is not like you think. You have to be careful here. You have to be careful. Even what's that they say, no good deed goes unpunished, and that's indeed true. So yeah, I stopped doing business altogether in this country because it doesn't work. There just isn't support. Basically, your people who buy everyday stuff, they go to the biggest store they can find and they buy only from them. That leaves the others with nothing. I remember the other day walking into a pool store and I bought a net, and the lady said to me, you know what, that's our first sale for the month. And I said, what do you mean, for the new month? She said, no, it was the 26th, guys. It was the 26th of that month. They made their first sale of a net for less than a 200 rand note like I gave them now. That's what they were getting. So there's no point in trying to do business in this country. You will not make it. People are not going to come and buy from your store. They're going to drive to the convenience stores and they're going to buy it there. Even if they pay more for it, they will buy it there. So the town where I live, there is still some smaller shops around, and it might be still okay to have such a shop here, but that specific shop was here, and that makes it very difficult. So if you go to the convenience store, you will not find parking. Everybody is going to spend their money there, and when you drive through town, you'll see that those shops are empty. People don't buy from there, and that is killing our what can I say, the trade of money between hands. It does not happen here in South Africa anymore. The money goes from the bank to your hand, right down to the convenience store. Hey, come on. I heard that thing open. And it's gone. You will not see that money again. It goes back to the bank, tightly controlled. Hey, stop that. Now I'm going to have to find something to put underneath this, because they've now realized that they can open and close it. I'm going to just try this. So yeah, that's just a little bit of information about another thing here in South Africa that has gone wrong, and there's no sight of it being fixed ever. So slowly, people are losing their jobs, and everybody is just going to go to one big convenience store, and they will get all the money and pay only their staff, who would then just spend that money at that same store. That's a mouthful. Can you believe that? So I'm very lucky to have this YouTube channel. Don't get me wrong, guys. I used to do a lot of business here in South Africa, and I stopped to do it. Not with doing it, not with getting set up to try. So it's a little difficult. But even the biggest and nicest stores that we used to have, like we had a toy store in Brakpan for many years called Sportico. And Sportico was a very nice little store. I remember seeing the very first Porsche 911 little toy car there that I've ever seen, and the very first Spitfire that I've ever seen. And that store closed down. It sells shoes now. So, but then again, I went to the mall. In the mall, we had a very large toy store as well. Oh, Enzo's going to take one. This is not going to be good. Enzo, look at your stomach. You're huge. He just took Diego's food. I guess that's the biggest survive. Enzo is still the alpha male. Yeah, he is the strongest, guys. Diego is like Battle Cat, but Enzo's middle name is Battle Cat. So you just saw him take it, and he's not even running away with it. In the video that I posted yesterday, or is it the one that I'm going to post tomorrow? It's posted for the members already. You can see where Diego was roaring so loudly that Enzo just took off and said he's had enough. He's gonna walk away. So, Diego, did he take yours? Can you believe it? Enzo, are you like the big chain stores now? Taking everything away from the little ones? No, man. Poor Diego. I'll see if I can find him something later. But Enzo is just gulping him down. The leftovers from the cats. Yeah, Denise, I think so. But we didn't have a lot of chicken today because we couldn't get it out of the fridge. So there is some. We do have 3 here. So we will, some people just looking at the tigers as well. Catching a glimpse of Enzo eating over there. I let people look at him. They enjoy it. Hey, look at this little kitty cat. There he goes. But yeah, Diego, did you at least have enough? I have to say, this was a lot of chicken. So I think he is filled up. Yeah. You see, guys, I think South Africa just don't have enough people earning enough money. That makes the economy extremely, I'm not going to say so weak, I'm going to say running in one direction. And that direction is straight back to where it came from. So it makes it much more difficult. Hey, for Diego, my love. It's from Michaela. Diego? Yeah. But yeah, there was a lot of things changed. Methagoras, Michael, what is the difference between your tigers and a Siberian? Okay, so you see that stripes on the forearms. That is the main thing on a Bengal. A Bengal tiger like these have got those stripes right there on the forearms. Now, a Siberian is just brown there. But they're not as orange. They're more like a brownish color. And look at Enzo's as well. Enzo's got those stripes as well. So that's how you can tell the difference immediately. The Siberian has got brown legs in the front. Then it's the hair. Look how thin the hair is over here. A mosquito can just sit on him and bite him, no problem. But on a Siberian, it's more like the hair they've got in the neck area. That is how the whole Siberian tiger is basically cut out. He is covered with fur all over his whole body. I guess it's so that he can do better in cold areas. But like Enzo, will be able to swim much faster. He's much slicker in the water. Yeah, Enzo. But also, if you look at the Siberian's feet, tail and nose, it's bigger. It's just, that's a big foot. But a Siberian has got an extra 20%, I'd say, to that foot. And the claws. And the tail thickness is much thicker. The nose is also much thicker and just bigger. And I'd say the ears also. Although I read somewhere, but now we have to be careful what we read, guys, because they didn't know what they were writing back in the day. They say that the average Bengal tiger is bigger than the average Siberian. Now, I've seen a Siberian tiger, like you guys know, Quito. Quito is a Siberian, and he's big. But in comparison to Enzo's length, he's not much taller. I'd say Enzo might even be a little taller than him. But Enzo is definitely not as, how can I put it, as chunky. He's slimmer. He's got slicker lines. But the Siberian is a bit big. That's the best I can describe it, Methagoras. I'm falling behind. Do you guys still have Diego? Oh, absolutely. If you go and look at the latest video that I posted, you'll get a good idea of his capabilities, of how he can put up a show. Guys, and on the second video that I've posted for the members only so far, Diego comes here and I tell him, Diego, act this one for us. There's no food, there's no nothing. And I ask him to do a roar. Guys, he starts roaring and doing his whole thing just because he can. And he knows that he's acting. He's so smart with that. And then when he was done, he just laid back and took a nap. It was so funny. I didn't show that part, but I did record it, where he just lies back after he was recorded. It was like he was posing and showing his ability to roar. And after that, he just lays back and, okay, I'm done. I'm taking a nap. It's so funny to see him do that. I've always said that Diego is a great actor. You can ask him things and he understands. I don't know how he understands, but he does. And he does the things that you ask. Hey, Diego. Yeah, and Enzo, he doesn't care. He does whatever he wants. He is high, guys. Look how high his back is. He's got a totally different shape to Diego. If you look at Enzo's shape and you look at Diego's shape, Diego's got a hollow back. But look at that bump on Enzo's back. Enzo, come here. Show us the hump on your back. Come here quickly, please. Come and walk past here. Look how bridgy his back is. Over there. It's a huge bridge-like structure. And Diego doesn't have that. Diego has got his body shape that I saw him with the day I got him. So even though when the cubs, they keep that structure that they had. And Diego is just some much funnier type of tiger than Enzo. But yeah, if I could say which one is the most dangerous, I would say Enzo. Although Diego is going to hurt you more, but Enzo is going to probably end up eating you. So I think that's a little worse than hurting you. But yeah, I don't want to take any one of them on anymore. I've had my time with that. When they were 1 and 2 years old, you can still do that. But now they are really capable of doing more harm than you could handle. There was one guy I saw, white ones. Yes, Raphael, you do get them. Apparently they found one Bengal tiger in the wild that was white. And from that one, they just bred that one back into, well, existence, I guess. And unfortunately, just because they only found one, all of the white ones are coming from that one specific tiger. And the problem with that is inbreeding. So their eyes are not as good. They get weaker quicker. Believe me, they're still tigers. They are still capable of doing anything that another tiger can do. But they are a little bit weaker. It is just how it is. And especially on the eyesight. I have seen I've got experience with 2 tigers that were white ones, and they were perfectly fine, just like a normal little tiger cub. And they became bigger, and they became the size of the Jaeger. But as far as I can see, they were more bred into looking more like a Siberian tiger. They've got more fur. So even though they found a Bengal, guys, this is just what I've put together in the years that I've heard and research that I've done. So apparently they found a Bengal, but mostly it was crossed out with Siberians, because when I see one of the white ones, they usually look like Siberians to me. So I guess that's a good idea, to breed the one into, how can I put it, into the Bengals and into the Siberians, and then to get a cross between that Siberian and Bengal, and then you might just get the highest quality of a white tiger, which will not be either of the two. And that's exactly what I think we have here. It's actually quite sad that they only found one, and I mean, why? Why only one? But that's the way it happened. Yeah, let's see. Enzo, gonna give you your cream in a second. Let's go up first. We'll give them their cream in a few minutes. Let the chicken just go down. Yeah. I've got a video on my YouTube channel where I've got some of the white ones playing with them a little bit, and one of the videos where basically I can't remember exactly what was happening there, but hey, are you guys ready for cream? But what happened there was he almost got out, and I stood there and I just assisted the guy in keeping the tiger in, because if you are going to let him get out, you're going to have huge problems. So we didn't have that problem that day. I was able to just tell him, come on, let's go back, you just go back right now. And he did. They listened very well. A dinosaur egg. Remember that time, guys? I was always, when we walked in the shopping centers and stuff and they show all these things, then I would find dinosaur eggs. It was a big part of my channel back then. It was always funny. Only 10 appreciate Enzo as long as he is here. Yeah, guys, we will have to realize that I don't know. I don't want to say the words, but it would have been nice if there was the ability to breed them, just so that we at least could give 2 of these tigers to the next generation. I mean, is that so much to ask? Apparently, when it comes to money, yes, it's too much to ask. So it's really sad. We'll have to see what's going to happen. I feel like I've got a ticket right to the front with these tigers, and yeah, I'm putting them on YouTube. But most people who saw them on YouTube did not get the opportunity to see them in real life. and that's a little unfair, I think. I've always had this thing where people ask me if they can come around and take pictures with the tigers, and I tell them, listen, these are real tigers, you cannot go inside. And then they keep on asking in such a way that they think they can just walk in, put their child on the back of the tiger and take a picture. They really think that. And then I have found a way of saying yes or no. Not to putting the child on the back of the tiger, but just to allow people to come in and spend some time. I would ask a few questions. What's the tiger's name? How old is Enzo? How old is Diego? Just approximately. And how do you know the difference between them? Because that is things that people will know when they've watched at least 3 or 4 of the videos. But sadly, most people who ask the question if they can come and take pictures with the tigers have never even watched a video of them. So that is a sad reality. You know, that is things that nobody knows, but that I, as the person with the tigers here and taking the calls and meeting the people, that's the experience I get. So I want to share that as well, because it is worth sharing. I think people have to know when they are into something like this, what can they expect, and get an accurate idea of people. Because I'm not only studying tigers and peacocks and monkeys and ducks, I'm also studying human beings. And I've found a lot of things that is always consistent. It's a categoristic, and it's a normal categoristic of human beings. So it's interesting when you start studying people, it changes completely, and it's worth studying people. You will get to know them and how they work and what they like. For instance, guys, on another app, I do go live there as well, but I go live there just to speak to my fellow country people, if I can put it like that. I talk to them, I encourage them, I give them some ideas, because they are lost. They are in a very difficult situation here in South Africa. They want to give up, and I can't blame them, because I feel the same. I know how I feel, and I can just think how they feel. So I do go live there, and I will not make any money there. There's no money to be made on that thing. But just because I'm a man, that's why. Now this is something that I've noticed. If you are female and you are a little pretty and you ask and you play this game, they will give you all their money. Guys, it is so funny to see it, how the male of the human species will throw money at girls. It does not happen the same way for men. I can tell you that much. But at least on YouTube, people do give me donations, and that sets a different standard to what South Africa is like. So I get to see which countries are more giving, and it's worth knowing that. I think it's a very good thing to know that. Hey, you look so hungry, Enzo. What's it with you? Are you hungry? He is such a want to eat it all the last few days. Are you hungry? uh, okay, he can reach higher. That's what he wants. See how clever he is, guys. He wants me to go on to this next level so Diego can't get the cream there. You're smart, eh, Enzo? But yeah, that's one thing that I've learned now from that specific platform, that you cannot, I cannot make a living there. It will not work. So they do get the scraps that they're not going to get this on that one. They're going to get me in the house sitting down talking to them in Afrikaans mostly. Although a lot of people ask me to speak English, I just might. But they get a watered down version of what I am doing here on YouTube. But I feel it's my responsibility to at least help them out and to give them some advice that I know is correct, that I have seen with my own eyes, because that just might help them in the long run, because there's a long way ahead, and I'm afraid it's going to be a sad, long journey for the younger generation of today. And I feel I have lived enough. I have done what I wanted to do. I feel content. If I had to die tomorrow, I feel I am fine with it. No problem. I've lived. I've had a good few years. I'm still in very good shape. I've never had any health issues. I was able to have beautiful animals like this. All kinds of animals. And don't do that. No, man. And Enzo, did he bite you? But they have not had the opportunity to live that long yet. So I think that they are going to get a watered down version of the life that we were able to live for the next, let's say, 20 to 30 years. And we're not even sure after that. Let me just squeeze this thing. I can get some pressure up in it. Yeah. Now you're getting angry. I can see that. Now you're getting angry. I know that angry look. It's very easy for me to see who's getting angry. It's an ability that I have, Diego. I'd never throw all of these away. I have to still do that. But yeah, this is a very difficult country that we are living in. We don't know what is coming next, but I know, I can see where this is going. And I feel sorry for the people who are going to be stuck here. And this is exactly how it turned out to what was built. When you bake a cake, you've got the choice of putting the ingredients in the cake. And if you want to add something that is not so nice, you're still going to have to eat that cake at the end of the day. And the stuff that was put in the cake was not even edible. So we're going to see how it turns out. We have felt it already. We've been going through it for quite some time now. And yeah, learn that lesson, people. Wherever you are from in the world, don't make that same mistake in your country. And guys, I've always said it. A president of your country has got very little influence. It is everybody collectively living in that country that can decide things, make changes. They can all decide, okay, we want to boycott this, or we want to encourage those, or I'm only going to support my own. And that's choices that you make, but there's consequences to those choices. So learn out of South Africa's problems and get your country fixed, because you're going to be there still for a long time, and your children and your children's children are going to have to sit through it. So luckily, I can always come back to saying, in South Africa, we've got great weather. It's the most beautiful weather that you can find in the world. Like I said, you can live under a tree. You can't do that in Canada, or even I think in the US. It gets too cold. Maybe, and it gets too hot in certain other parts. But here in South Africa, it doesn't get too hot or too cold. It's always very, very nice weather that we have. So, yeah. The truth is a very, very difficult thing to understand or to listen to sometimes. But people have to do it. Let's see. I've seen them at peace, just relaxing. Yeah, they are so happy when guys, these tigers they have a happy life. They are doing their things that they always do. They swim. I showed in the last video that I posted, I showed inside there where I was walking in the cage, showing the vegetation and the shade and how dark it is actually there in that corner, just by having all the trees. And they enjoy that very much. It's like an air-conditioned area for them. So they really enjoy this enclosure. And their jungle gym and everything, and even the friends that they have. They've gotten to know many, many animals. Benny, you're chasing the tigers away with your voice. Are you coming to see what's wrong with Benny? What is he doing? Guys, and tigers are social animals. I'm going to change that where they said they are not social. They are absolutely social animals. You will not be able to keep one separate alone. It would be a very boring life for that animal. And that was what was told for many, many years. People were saying that tigers are loners. Guys, they are not loners. They are very sociable with other tigers if there is enough food. That is the other thing that you have to keep in mind. If there's enough food, they can be social. Steve O'Brien, thank you, Steve. Steve, I want to put your name still on there. I was looking for, I get a list of everything, and then I want to write them all down quickly, and I was going to do it today, and I couldn't find the list. But I'll find it. I have to say, my love for tigers are amplified from watching your channel, Michael. Thank you for sharing. It's a pleasure, Steve. Yeah, I think I did bring some value to the world through my experience with the tigers. Um, it was hard to do it. It was difficult to do it. There was a lot of, how can I put it? I was bitten 1,000 times. Funny how I don't find the marks on my arms. There's some, but I don't really, they heal up so well. And but yeah, I've got videos where they are chewing me and biting right into my arms, and I've got a smile on my face. I don't understand it. I guess that's when your pain in your heart is bigger than the pain on your arm. Then it doesn't matter. But I was watching a video last night where I'm rolling around with Enzo on the bed and he's chewing my arm, guys, and he bites right into my arm with those big teeth. And I'm saying, ouch. I don't understand it. I guess it's just silliness. Yeah, but what can I say? I enjoyed it very much to raise them. I just wish there was some way that we could have given them to the next generation. To the next generation and a few others that will be born, oh, in the next 100 years. Let's just say that. Hey Diego. You're so friendly, but you're so fierce. Guys, watch that video I posted. And the other one, I'm gonna make it live pretty soon. Maybe tomorrow I'll make it live for the public. And then you guys can watch that one as well, how Diego acts like he's angry. He does that so well. It's remarkable how well he can act. The ducks, they know them well. Hey, you too. I'm watching you, eh? Is it playtime now? Yeah, they are something else. Well, guys, that's it. We're at the end of the live. Hope you guys enjoyed it. They sure did eat well now. Look at Enzo just... Hey, you guys, take it easy. It's a pleasure, Ella. Yeah, I want to still bring all these branches further over. This place is going to be dark, dark, dark with greenery. There must be no sun that comes in, and it's like I say, a air-conditioned area, and it's beautiful leaves. Look at this, beautiful leaves, and they enjoy it so much. Well, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys again pretty soon. Luckily, I didn't have to work so hard today. Gift and Jane helped me, so I was able to just wait a few minutes before I could go live and relax a little, and that just makes it more easier to do it. Denise Maddox, bye all. Have a great week. You too, Denise. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Like always, have a great day. Take care. Bye.